As soon as you hear the word or name nerve, you are within the peripheral nervous system 100% of the time. You will find that many people refer to neurons as nerve cells, and that is just slang. And in my mind, it's also kind of sloppy because nerves are found associated with the peripheral nervous system. They are not found in the central nervous system. So when you hear nerve, think peripheral nervous system, even if you hear nerve cell, because if you hear nerve cell, you don't know if it's PNS, CNS, unless you're talking to me. And if I say nerve cell, you're talking about the PNS. Now, I like this because it shows you in the upper right, actually it's showing you a collection of neuronal cell processes, either axons or dendrites, that are collected in fascicles. We've heard that word before. You see a transverse section of a nerve. So let's go over this, because this, holy cow, if you sort of use your imagination, it could almost be a skeletal muscle. Here's an axon. It could be a dendrite. Those neuronal processes will be collected in fascicles, and those fascicles will be collected into a nerve. So when you hear some of this terminology, it's going to sound a whole heck of a lot like some of the terminology that we used when we were talking about skeletal muscles. Yes, they are. So let's go delve into those. Let's start with a single fiber. In this case, it's an axon. The axon will be surrounded by a myelin sheath and will be covered by endoneurium, which is going to be a connective tissue covering around a single process. A collection of those processes, neuronal processes, will be bundled into a fascicle that will be surrounded by the perineurium, a connective tissue covering around a fascicle of neuronal processes. When you bundle multiple fascicles together, you have a nerve. And that nerve will be surrounded by a connective tissue covering, which is known as the epineurium. That epineurium will be covered by, most likely, some sort of fascia. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to make a chart. On one axis, I want you to put the divisions of the nervous system. You usually put those divisions, peripheral nervous system, central nervous system, on the left part of the chart, the left axis. And at the top of the chart, I usually put these headings. The first will be structures. The next column will be functions. The next column will be collection of neuronal processes. Column after that will be collection of neuronal cell bodies. And we will add to those columns as we go through this, but I want you to do a little work and see if you can come up with what fills in those columns based on what row you're talking about, whether it be the CNS or the PNS. Some of the terms we have not covered, some of them we have. The last slide here in this section is just a neuron, and I want you to go ahead and label that either in your head or on paper or on your screen. So if you see something like this on an assessment, you can do it easily.